Alrighty guys, welcome back to the Combustion Gamer and F1 my team mode. So we got the whole Florida racing team down here up here in Canada, and we're gonna be qualifying here for the Canadian Grand Prix, so that's pretty cool. So we had a pretty good amount of practice, really good I think. So let's see, we got some resource points. I'm gonna check here, see if we can get anything started. We got chassis stuff. That's all that. Improving store sales, road dampeners, da 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 da. Well, we do need to get something. Let's see here. What's this? That is engine cover distribution. Ooh, okay. There we go. Go ahead and get that started in the development stages there, just so that we keep moving along. And we got ourselves a rivalry between Kevin Magnussen. So he hasn't been overly nice to us of late, so we're having a bit of a competition between him and I. Let's see here, we got potential blow up on the internal combustion engines. That's fun. So let's see here. See how much chance of crashing we have. Looks like we're pretty good. Not too much on that. Okay, very good. Alrighty guys, so we had really good practice. Let's see here. Oh, it's not going to show you. But anyways, we were placed, running time was about 14th. Now, can we do that with qualifying? I really doubt it. But hey, let's go and find out. Alrighty, got our soft tires. We're going to be going with some increased downforce as our setup. And we are going to get out on track. Let's go. Alrighty. Now remember, nice and slow is sometimes a lot better than really fast. So we're going to cut down on our power usage there. You say, why are we doing that? Because I can handle the turns better with less power than with a lot of power. Because we know the car doesn't have a whole lot of downforce. We also know the chassis is still in the works, so no need to push it beyond its means. The only thing is we want to start as high up in the field as we can, and by doing this nice and easy qualifying, we make sure we don't tear up the car in the process. It looks like P18 is going to be where we're going to end up. I'm going to use the extra horsepower that we have on the straights here. Try not to hit the turn, which you almost did. And hit that DRS. And since I know how to use in this final turn, we'll leave it at max all the way. A little bit of a cut, but not bad. And we will be starting 10th with that. Okay, so cut wasn't the best. Overshot it a little bit, so should have actually brought the power down, but not bad. 10th is really good. But also, I'm good at this track. I have practiced on this track before starting this, so
let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Hamilton, Bottas, and Charles Leclerc. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Alright, we gotta do some training on Manuel. He's starting all the way in the back, so that's not good. And we have one-upped Kevin Magnussen, so having that rivalry between our Haas teammates, so to speak. So we'll have to work on getting some more training facilities for Manuel there, Mr. Juan. And hopefully he can drive a little bit better. So he's finishing in front of us the whole time, so we'll see how we do. So slow and easy, that's going to be the name of the game starting off the race. Well, not necessarily slow. I think we can run standard fuel for most of this race because it's a pretty straightforward track, and I know it pretty well. So running standard should keep us somewhat on the pace. Hopefully we don't have a caution, because that's going to mess up things. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, we have to pit. So well, let's get to race day first, and then we'll check out what our strategy options are here.
Hello and welcome to the Ile Notre Dame once again for what promises to be another incredible Canadian Grand Prix at a fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than a tenth of a second. It's one of the fastest races of the season here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 60% of this 2.7-mile circuit taken at full throttle. There are 14 corners to navigate, the very last of which has its very own infamous history. Could be the cause of a safety car today. Anthony Davidson is here once again for today's Grand Prix. Why don't we start by talking about Valtteri Bottas? Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Albon, Lando Norris, and Verstappen, Stroll, Ricciardo, the Rainmaster, and Kimi Raikkonen. Ocon, Bottas, they've taken a grid penalty. Pierre Gasly and Sainz, Perez, Magnussen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Daniel Kvyat, Grosjean, Latifi, Russell, and Juan Manuel Correa. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Alrighty guys, so we have gained a position due to a penalty, so that's very nice. Let's check out our strategy here. Let's see, run on hards, run on medium. Let's see. We'll bring our fuel down just a little bit because I think we can definitely make it. We're going to put a little more there. There we go. I think that'll be good. I think we're going to go with this strategy here. I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to go with that and see how we do. Last time I messed around with the strategy, we messed up. So this time we're going to trust the crew chief and see how he does. I'm not going to pull a team owner on him yet. So let's go racing, folks. That spun there. Somebody hit me from behind, sent me into the corner. Shouldn't have been there in the first place, but still, getting pushed did not help. And there goes the wing. Man, this guy is slow through the corners. Thank you. Caution. Oh yeah, everyone just piled up there. We made the turn better than we did last time, so that's good. We're holding on to P10th here, which actually I'm surprised at, but not bad at all. Speed off the 10 there. Alrighty, so we're holding our own, so that I'm definitely happy with that. Restart was definitely important. We got who's this? Ocon. I forget how you put the thing. Drive through the grass, do a little mowing with our what's left of our wing here. Let's see. Get a little rich there. Don't get to my inside. You know better than that. Let you pass there. Hey, get off me. I'm gonna check. Okay, we got multiple damage here and there. The engine that is potentially going to blow in any minute. Yeah, I was gonna let you pass. What are you doing? It's a bow ties. So we'll have DRS this coming lap here. Definitely can. Yep, there with the other wing. One thing that we need to work on with this team is brakes. I don't have any. We're going to be boxing early here. Let everybody kind of go off by themselves here. There we go. Add some downforce. And we're going to go to new hard tires since we're pitting this early. Getting our penalty time knocked off there, which is nice. Alright, so depending on how things go then. Very good, okay. Alrighty here. So, new strategy from driver's perspective. Get these tires warmed up here. Try not to wreck anything else. And run nice and consistently. Oh, come on. That was not exceeding the track limit. The track limit is if I go through the wall and hit a spectator. That is exceeding track limits. And I don't plan on doing either of those. So there we go. Alright, Carrera has moved up to 19th. About normal. We're in 22nd. Also normal. And we're going to be going on this turn. The car is really tight. Like really tight through that turn. It was a lot looser during got a plane flying through during practice, so that's definitely not helping me. I forgot about overtake, so I have to work on that. There you go. Use a little bit here. So I'm going to be running standard here. A lot of other people have to pit at some point during this race here, so we'll see how that works and everything. One thing is that the field definitely stayed a lot more compressed. I think that's mostly because I was slow, but still with some of the other races kind of spread out a little bit more, and that kind of helped out. But yeah, definitely a compressed field to start the race, and that definitely did not help us with traffic. So I need to practice more with traffic, apparently, because I'm not very good at it. especially on this course. Alright, so we're going to have to replace the internal combustion engine for the next race, sounds like, so that'll be good. We'll work on that. Really got loose there, almost slid into the wall. Very good. A little bit faster through there. Ah, yeah. Alright, so we definitely need to work more on the chassis, because this car needs to handle a lot better than it does. And that chassis is definitely going to help us get a little bit lighter and have better handling. So we've got to work on that. Thank you very much, Mr. Obvious. If you keep calling that exceeding track limits, I want to hit you. And now this right here, that's exceeding track limits. That was exceeding track limits right there. That I will admit to. Alright, so really thought we'd do a lot better on this race, but unfortunately I am terrible when it comes to racing in traffic, so that's going to be one of our limps throughout this series. There we go. A lot better through that turn. Thank you. Yep, car ends up going really wide through there. A little bit of grass. Gotta help out the local track lawn crews when you can. I mean, come on. They have to do so much work, might as well cut the grass while you're here at race week. I mean, might as well, right? I mean, why not? And more damage on the wing again. You're just very encouraging, aren't you, there? Carrera in the pits. Hey, look. So Perez already pitted. He hasn't gotten past anyone during that pit cycle. So they were flying through those pit stops there. So our only real hope is for a pace car, unfortunately, be able to group everybody back up. So we'll see if that happens. This track usually doesn't because it's usually pretty smooth, so I doubt we're gonna. Excuse me, coffee came up. That was some good coffee though. Oh, and by the way, you can see our new sponsor there, Zenito, I think. Zeneta. I don't know. Anyways, 1872, they have some very amazing suits. Very amazing suits there. You can pick them up at your local Dillard's or J.C. Penney, so make sure you check those guys out. One thing that is nice, we have not gone a lap down compared to some of our other races, so that is definitely nice, especially with how short this track is. There is no brakes in this car. I'm gonna have to really take a whack at some custom setups on these cars, because we get it way too loose and we have zero brakes, so I'm gonna have to take a look on the next race. Alright, let's take a look. Got a little bit of wear on tires. I see E is almost ready to give up the Ghost. So I have to continue to watch that. Sip some of our ERS here. Already dead, thank you. Yep, just didn't have enough brakes there. So we're gonna have to work on the braking. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, we're not gaining any ground on these guys, so we have a little bit of wing damage. That's probably not helping us out again. Other than that, the car feels fairly good other than having no brakes. Let me see, I'm gonna check. Ah, that's why. Overheating brakes there. Alright, we're gonna have to keep an eyeball on the brakes. See what we can do with those guys there. I mean, I don't know. One thing I remember is you gotta keep those brakes slightly warm to get the best results, so we're gonna watch the brakes this lap here. And Daniel Kiat has ended his chances. Okay, so like keeping the brakes warm seems to Yep, so he's done there. He's pulled off the track. So at least we won't finish last. That's always nice. Yeah, so somehow needing to keep the brakes warm throughout this, that seems to help with braking. So I forgot about that little trick there, keeping your brakes warm and more damage to the wing. Yeah, you want to keep the brakes slightly warm, which is hard to do on this track due to the long straights and stuff. But yeah, you got to keep those brakes warm, because that's when you're going to get your best braking into the corners, is by keeping them at a higher temp than what they are. So you got to do at least a little brake at some point before the main corner, or else you're not going to get the braking power that you need. So I forgot about that trick. And yes, that is a real trick. That is something they actually do in racing, which is kind of cool. Because there's a particular temp. If you just go into it cold, you're not going to have any grip between the disc and the pad. And so you definitely want to keep those brakes warm. Almost want to almost do like the anti-lock braking almost into the corner. You kind of want to do a little tap prior to getting into your main braking zone. So basically you're kind of pulsating the brakes right before you get to the corner. So like right here you do a little, like the little brake and then main brake. So that's kind of what you want to do. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of saving here. Just want to make sure we got enough fuel to the end. But yeah, definitely, I forgot about that trick. So that is a smart one. But still, the brakes are still really bad. I mean, yes, I figured out something that's gonna help me out a little bit, but still, the brake. I don't know what's going on. The brakes have been feeling terrible this race. So there I just hit the brakes. That's not what you want to do. You want to get a little pulsate right before you get to the corner. So like right here we're going to go brake and brake. And unfortunately that didn't work out because we missed our apex of the corner there. So that does not help. Saving fuel here, so brake, and then main brake, there we go. Brake, and main brake. Yeah, that's definitely helping, so, okay. We figured out something that we can do. Alright, looks like we got plenty of fuel now. Just wanted to double make sure. We had like 0.15, so I wanted to get a little bit more fuel out of this car than that, so. Up, hello. Well, nothing past. They get past. They can go past. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow into that corner. What are you doing, man? You're the leader. Come on, go, go, go. So, you need to see if there's like upgrades for the steering and other suspension parts, because the handling definitely needs to improve for this car. Because this car is not handling very well at all. Okay, main brake and brake. A little bit of a corner cut there again. And brake and brake. Yeah, so definitely doing that pulsate, that definitely helps there, so. Hey, I'm over. Come on. There we go. They didn't get past there. Wow. This thing has terrible brakes. So we're a lap down, so that means this is the final lap for us. Disappointing to say the least. Especially when starting 10th, but oh well. We had to do some sim practice for the next race and see how we do. That's the end of that. Oh, Vale Bottas, good for you, dude.
They take the checkered flag then here in Canada in what has been another fabulous Grand Prix. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
Oh, Ferrari did pretty good there.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
It's got to be Valtteri Bottas, a commanding performance that I think had the audience's eyes glued to him for the majority of the race.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes move to the top of the table. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. Your teammate beat you today. Was it a setup issue or something else?
Yeah, I definitely think their setup made better use of our aero.
Bumps and scrapes today. Who would you say is at fault?
Hands up, I think that was mine.
Appreciate your time.
Yep. Alright guys, so there's the team acclaim and all that. We're going to be heading on back to the shop, so we will see you there for our shop episode. See you later.